Hi everybody, this is Mr. Mary here with a quick video tutorial of our classwork activity, which is mapping Europe through Google Maps. This tutorial can be used for any of your social studies classes. If you have me, Mr. Fernandez, Miss Stewart, or Miss Barker for class, feel free to use this tutorial to remind yourself of the instructions that you need to follow for this activity. So the first thing that we do is our activity is posted through Google Classroom, so I'm in my red class in my classwork stream, and I want to click on the assignment, which is Map of Europe Google Maps for my class. If I go down to the links here, I have two links. One is a document, one is a map. I want to click on the map first and open up my map. The first thing I want to do is I want to make a copy of my Google map. So I click on the three dots in the upper right hand corner of the title and I click Copy Map. When you have this copied, please make sure you insert your name and class color into the title. So I'm going to say Mr. Mary Red Class and click OK. Once you click OK, it will make a copy in a new window. Once you see that you have your copy, and you'll be able to tell that it's a copy because it will either say copy of, or it will say your name, or it will say both. You can X out of the original map so you don't get confused. So now you have your map that's open on your screen. Then can you go back into Google Classroom and click on the Geo Europe Points 2020 document. Each student in each class has their own copy of this document, so this is a reference point for our activity today. What the activity is that we're going to be pinning all of the important features that we're going to be studying in Europe for this unit. So we have our features that are divided into different categories on our sheet. We have mountains, islands, seas, rivers, and others. If you look on your map, you see that the layers here are mountains, islands, seas, rivers, and others, just like your document. What I want to point out, and I said this in the directions as well, is that please do not do any rivers yet on this map because we're going to do that in person because the rivers are really complicated to draw. So we want to make sure that the location for each river is accurate. So hold off on rivers for right now, but you can do the other categories. So let's start with mountains. What we want to do is we want to find our location for our first mountain point, which is the Apennine Mountain region. The easiest thing to do is you look in your search bar here, right up here, like you would be searching in Google. You type in the feature, Apennines Mountains, and it brings you right to the location where the mountain range is. Okay, so this mountain range is in Italy, and it extends up and down Italy here. So you can X out of this description. And to pin the location, you click this button here, Add Marker, and you hover over your green pin. Okay? Once you do that, you have a blue pin that is layered over, so you want to label that Apennine Mountains. Click Save, and then X out of your search pin, so that goes away. And look, you have the Apennine Mountains under your mountain layer. So then what I want to do is I want to change the icon of my pin and the color. So I want to check my directions here. Now, all these directions Mr. Fernandez wrote out in great detail, and he said that he wants the mountains a specific color, and that color is red. Okay? So to change the color of my pin, I click on this button here that says Style, and I change it to red. Okay? Also, what I want you to do, and this is where you can be creative, is I want you to change the icon. See here where it says popular icons? Click on more icons, and there's a ton of different icons for you to choose from. Pick one that makes sense for a mountain range. And I had a student in my purple class, she mentioned that if you type in mountains in the filter, you can get a specific pin. So if you want to filter out mountains, I picked my mountain. Click X out, and look, you have a mountain pin with your label. Okay? The second thing I want you to do is I want you to add a picture of the mountain region in the pin. So you click on the camera icon, click on Google Image Search, type in the feature, Apennine Mountains, And look, I have a beautiful picture of the Apennine Mountains. I would love an actual picture, not a map. So I'm going to pick this one, click select, and your picture appears in the pin. Click save. The last thing I want you to do is add a fact, excuse me, add a fact about the Apennine Mountain regions. So the easiest thing you could do, open up a new tab, Apennine Mountains. If you type in the feature, Wikipedia pops up first, but give me a little factoid about this mountain region. So I'm going to look here, and I'm going to look, and I'm going to say that this sentence right here, the mountains lend their name to the Apennine Peninsula that forms the major part of Italy. You can copy and paste that. And you can put that right in your pin. So for a completed pin, I have my pin color, I have my pin icon, I have it labeled, I have an image, I have a fact. That's one pin. Okay, so Apennines is checked off. And then you move on to other pins. There are a lot of pins in mountains, islands, seas, and others that you're going to work on today. Just a really specific question I've gotten to about islands. You want to do 5 different pins for the UK. Okay, so each pin is going to be the country that's in the UK, so Northern Ireland, Scotland, England, and Wales, and then pin the UK itself. Okay, so pin the mainland UK. So that's a specific question I got. So this is how a completed pin looks like. You have a lot of class time to complete this. Again, this is Mr. Mary. For Mr. Mary's Social Studies class, you can use this video too if you have Mr. Fernandez, Miss Stewart, or Miss Barker. I hope this video has been helpful, and if you have any questions, please feel free to email your teachers. Thank you very much. Goodbye.